Hello, this is Purist, and I'm reacting to History of the Entire World, I guess, by Purist. I had another video planned, but I didn't like my energy level in that video, so I decided to react to something that I've already watched many times, but I want to share it with you all. Here it is. As always, I will have this linked in the description. And the weird thing is, even though it's only 20 minutes, it's so fucking accurate. Also chaotic as fuck. Hang on. Let me see.
Hi, you're on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? Some of it's water. Fuck it. Actually, most of it's water. I can't even get from here to there without buying a boat. It's sad. I'm sad. I miss you. How did this happen?
You see? You see. Chaos.
A long time ago, actually never, and also now, nothing is nowhere. When? Never. Makes sense, right? Like I said, it didn't happen. Nothing was never anywhere. That's why it's been everywhere. It's been so everywhere you don't need a where. You don't even need a when. That's how every it gets.
So...
Forget this. I want to be something. Go somewhere. Do something. I want...
Even though I knew it was charming, I just had to... I just had to troll you guys.
I want things to change. I want to invent time and space. And I know it's possible because everything is here and it probably already happened. I just don't know when to start. And that's exactly where it started. I paused it. I think there's a universe now. What's it made of?
Corks and stuff.
Ah, that's a thing. In a place. Don't like it? Try a new place. At a different time.
You can tell I've watched this so fucking often. I'm singing along with him.
Try to stick together because the world is going to get bigger and emptier. But it's not empty yet. It's still very full and about a jillion degrees. Great news, the quarks are now happily married in groups of 3, called a proton or a neutron. And there's something else flying around.
Excuse me, no, that's called a thruple. I think. Also, weirdly enough, these letters, like, these are actually accurate. Proton, 2 ups and a down. Neutron, 2 downs and an up. How the fuck did he manage to squeeze that into that?
Too that wants to join in but can't because it's still too...
I'm so glad I should react to that. How did I make that noise? My brain just took over and it's just like...
Great news, the protons and neutrons are now happily married to each other. Some of them even doubled up. Great news, the electrons have now joined in. Congratulations, the world is now a bunch of gas in space. But it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together.
It's a star.
New shit just got made. Some stars burn out and die. Bigger stars burn out and
die with passion.
And make some brand new, way crazier shit.
Yay.
Which allows newer, more interesting stars to be made, and then die and explode into...
Even space fast.
So now stars have cool stuff around them, like rocks, ice, and funny clouds, which can make some very interesting things.
Yay.
Like this ball of flaming rocks, for example. Holy shit, we just got hit with another ball of flaming rocks.
Ooh.
And it kind of made a mess, which is now the moon. Weather update, it's raining rocks from outer space. Weather update, those rocks might have had water inside them and now there's hot steam in the sky.
Weather update.
Cooler temperatures today and the floor is no longer lava.
Weather update. It's raining.
Severe flooding alert, the entire world is now an ocean. Volcano alert.
That's land.
There's life in the ocean. What? Something's
alive in the ocean.
Oh, cool, like a plant or an animal? No, a microscopic speck.
Speck.
It lives at the bottom of the ocean and eats chemical soup, which is being served hot and fresh, made from gnarly space ingredients left over from when it was raining rocks or whatever. Oh yeah, and it can do that. It has secret instructions written
How the
inside
fuck he
itself
made that
telling it how
noise?
to build another one of itself. So that's pretty nifty, I would say. Tired of living at the bottom of the ocean? Now you can eat sunlight. Using a revolutionary technique, you can convert sunlight into food.
The sun.
Side effect, now there's oxygen everywhere and the sky's blue. Then the Earth might have been a snowball
Blup.
for a while, maybe
Blup.
even a couple of times.
Blang.
It's a sponge, it's a plant, it's a worm, and some other types of weird, strange water bugs and strange fish.
It's the Cambrian explosion.
Wow, that's animals and stuff. But we're still in the ocean. Hey, can we go on land?
No.
Why?
The sun is a deadly laser.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore, there's a blanket.
Now the animals can go on land. Come on, animals, let's go on land. Nope, can't.
Guys, I think I have problems with things. I don't- Ah. I also love how this freaking animation is like blatantly only drawn with freaking MS Paint. And I freaking love it.
Walk yet. And there's no food yet, so I don't care. Okay, will you learn to walk if there's plants up here? Maybe, said some bugs. And fish. Okay, so I can go on land, but I have to go back in the water to have babies. Learn to use an egg.
I was already doing that.
Use a stronger egg.
Stronger
Put
egg.
water in it.
No,
Have
put
the
in
baby
there.
on
Put the
land
baby
in an
on
egg.
land, in the
Water
egg.
is in the egg.
Water is in the
Baby
egg.
in the
Baby
egg.
in the
In the
egg
water.
and water
In the
in the egg.
Works for me.
Yay.
And now everything's huge, including bugs. Want to see a map of the land? Sure.
Ah.
Oh, fuck. Now everything's dead. Just kidding. Here are the survivors. Keep your eye on this one because it's about to become the dinosaurs. Here's another map of the land. Yeah, it broke apart. Don't worry about it. It does that all the time. Here comes a
Oh
meteor.
yeah. Ah.
The dinosaurs are gone.
Less than 4 minutes and we've already just basically nuked the dinosaurs.
It's mammal time. Here come the mammals. Look at those breasts. Now they're going to dominate the world. And one of them.
Great, now I gotta blur that out. Just kidding, I won't. Because I'm lazy.
Just learned how to grab stuff and walk. No, like walk like that.
And also I don't care.
And grab stuff at the same time. And bang rocks together to make pointed rocks. Ouch. And set things on fire. Youch. And make crazy sounds with their voice. Which can mean different things. That's a human person. And now they're everywhere. Almost. Ice Age. What? You can walk over here? Cool. Not anymore. Well, I guess we're stuck here now. Let's review. There's people on the planet. And they're
Yay.
chasing their food. Fuck it. Time to plant some grass. Look at this. I control the food now. Now everyone will want to be my friend and live near me. Let's...
Yay, plant slavery. You know, it's only recently that I just discovered that, like, agricultural, like, tech is, like, basically plant slavery. That's what domestication actually means. At least in terms of things that aren't people. Because I was like doing my previous reaction and I'm just like, wait, how do you enslave like a plant-based sentient species? And I'm just like, wait, that's just agriculture. And that just wait. Yeah.
I'll build houses, except mine is bigger because I own the food. This is great. I wonder if anyone else is doing this. Tired of using rocks for everything? Use metal. It's underground. Better farming was just invented in a sweet dank valley right in between these two rivers.
Sweet dank valley. Also, weirdly enough, it was from this video that I realized. Well, actually, it's going to come up in a second.
And the animals are helping. Guess what happens next? More food, and more people who came to buy the food. Now you need people to help make the food and keep track of the sales. And now you need houses for people to live in and people to make the houses. And now there's more people and they invent things, which makes things better. And more people come and there's more farming and more people to make more things for more people. And now there's business, money, writing, laws, power.
Society.
Coming soon to a dank river valley near you.
Hell yeah.
Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, the horse is probably being tamed. Why is
Probably.
all my metal so lame and lumpy? Tired of using lame, sad metal?
Yes.
Introducing bronze with special ingredient tin from the far lands of Tinland. I don't know.
Ooh, Tinland. Sounds Hibernian.
My dealer won't tell me where he gets it. Also, guess what?
Egypt.
While out in the middle of nowhere, they figured out how to put wheels on a horse. Now we're getting somewhere. Also,
China.
Did I mention?
Civilization. No to Chico.
The Middle East is getting more complicated. Maybe because it's in the middle of the East.
It took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to realize that's why it's called the Middle East.
Knock knock, or clop clop. It's the people with the horses.
Yeah.
And they made an empire, and then everyone else copied their horses. Greeks! Ah, look,
Greeks.
It must be the Greeks, or a beta version of the Greeks. Let's check in with the Indus River Valley civilization. They're gone.
They're gone.
Guess who's not gone?
China.
New arrivals in India. Maybe it's those horse people I was talking about, or their cousins or something. And they wrote some hymns and mantras and stuff. You could make a religion out of this. There's the Bronze Age collapse. Now the Phoenicians can get down
to business.
Also,
Yay. Call out to the Phoenicians. Also my aborted Civ 6 playthrough, but that's another thing.
Can we switch to a metal that's a little easier to find? Thanks.
Yeah, it would be good if Civ 6 wasn't so lame and stupid and... stupid.
Look who came back to Israel. It's the 12 tribes of Israel. And they believe in God.
Why am I coughing so much?
One, though. He's got like a 10-step program.
Commandments. 1, I'm God. 2, no one else is God. 3, don't make fun of my name. 4, you can take Saturday off. 5, do what your parents say. 6, don't murder people. 7, don't get too sexy. 8, don't rob anyone. 9, don't lie about other people in court. And 10, don't do any of the things I just told you not to do. Or don't want to do any of the things I just told you not to do.
Here's some huge heads. Must be the Olmecs. The Phoenicians make some colonies. The Greeks copy their idea and make some colonies. The Phoenicians made a colony so big it makes colonies. Here comes the Assyrian Empire. Never mind, it's the Babylonian Median. It's the Persian Empire.
Wow, that's big.
Ah, the Buddha was just enlightened. Who's the Buddha? This guy who sat under a tree for so long that he figured out how to ignore the fact that we're all dying.
He's basically the first gamer. I think about stuff so much that I can ignore the world around me. It's basically me and all of you guys watching. Ignoring the world around us. Therefore, we're all enlightened and Buddhist. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
You can make a religion out of this. Oops, China just broke, but while it was breaking...
Okay, let's count how many times China breaks. That's 1.
Confucius was figuring out how to have good morals. Ah, the Greeks just had the idea of thinking about stuff. And right over here, Alexander just had the idea of conquering the entire Persian Empire. It's a great idea. He was great.
And now he's dead.
Hopefully the rest of the gang will be able to share the empire evenly between them. Knock knock, it's Chandragupta. He says, get the hell out of here. Will you get the hell out of here if I give you 500 elephants? Okay, thanks, bye. Time to conquer all of India. Most of India. But what about this part? That's the Tamil Kings. No one conquers the Tamil Kings. Who are the Tamil Kings? Merchants, probably. And they've got spices. Who would like to buy the spices? Me, said the Arabians, swiftly buying it and selling it to the rest of the world. Hey, China put itself back together again, with good morals as their main philosophy. Actually, they have 3 main philosophies.
Confucianism, having good morals. Go with the flow. Fuck you, obey the law. Yeah.
Out here, the horse nomads run wild and free, and they would like to ransack your city.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Let's check the Greekification levels of the Greekified kingdoms. Greekification overload. Bye, said the Parthians. Bye, said the Jews. Hi, said the Parthians, taking over the entire place. Hey, said the Romans, eating the entire Mediterranean for breakfast.
I don't know about you, but those Roman guys sound familiar.
Thanks for invading our homeland, said the Jews, who were starting to get tired of people invading their homeland.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hi, everything's great, said some guy who seems to be getting very popular and is then arrested and killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular. You can make a religion out of this.
I love how he called Jesus some guy. As if we didn't, get like half the world's religions and the dating system around this one guy. But if you actually see, he was actually born,
said the Jews, who were starting to get tired of people invading their homeland. Hi,
in AD 30. So it's not even accurate. Maybe I should react to Kirk's Holocene calendar. Because that's the calendar I follow. It's very interesting. Maybe I'll do that next week.
Everything's great, said some guy who seems to be getting very popular and is then arrested and killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular. You can make a religion out of this. Want silk? Now you can buy it from China. They just made a brand new road to the world.
Where you can get their own water.
Sick. New trade routes, said India, accidentally
Sick.
spreading their religion to the entire southeast.
Yeah.
It's a good place for an epic trading kingdom. There goes Buddhism traveling up the Silk Road. I wonder if it'll reach China before it collapses again. Remember the Persian Empire?
Twice.
Yep, said the Persians, making a new one. Axum is getting so powerful they would like to build a long stick.
Yay, sticks.
Has anyone populated Madagascar yet? Let's do it together.
I remember reading about that in school. It's fucking wild. Oh yeah, we're gonna colonize this island next to Africa. Some guys went from Africa, but also some guys from Malaysia. How?
China's home again. Then it broke again. Still
Four times. Because one happened upstream.
can't cross the Sahara Desert? Try camels. Hell yeah, now we got business, said the Ghana Empire, selling lots of gold and slaves. Hi, I live in the Roman Empire, and I was wondering, is loving Jesus legal yet? No. Actually, okay, sure, said Constantine, moving the capital way over here to be closer to his main rival.
I love how randomly, Romans just wait, when was the day of that? I forget. It's 150 AD or something?
Actually, okay, sure, said Constantine, moving the capital way over here.
330. So, randomly, 300 years up, 300 years after he born, he's just you know what? Fuck paganism. Christianity is great. And also, fuck the capital. We're moving to Constantinople now. The urge not to sing that song is very... I'm strong. I am strong. I'm not going to sing the song that...
Here to be closer to his main rival.
Yes.
Don't worry about Rome. It won't fall.
Yes.
There's the Gupta Empire. Not Chandragupta, just Gupta. First name Chandra.
Huh?
The first.
Okay.
Guess who's in Rome? Barbarians. What's a barbarian?
No.
Non-Romans, said the Romans, being invaded by non-Romans. All right.
I like to think it was punishment for, adopting Christianity. Everyone's just what the heck? You didn't adopt Christianity? Screw you, half your empire's gone.
Roman Empire. Or actually just half of it. The other half is just fine. But it's not in Rome anymore, so let's give it a new name.
That's not technically right. The reason why it was called the Byzantine Empire is because they didn't want to call anything that didn't come from Rome the Roman Empire, so they just named this. At least I'm pretty sure that's... I think so.
The minds have figured out the stars. Oh.
And also caused a lot of shit in 2012. Remember that?
Oh, and here's a huge city, population everyone. The Gok Turks have taken over the entire Eurasian steppe. Great job, Gok Turks. How's India? Broken. How's China? Back together. How's
Shit, what are we up to? Five?
Those trading kingdoms. Bigger and there's more of them. Korea has 3 kingdoms. Japan has a kingdom, it's the Sunrise Kingdom. Deep in the Arabian desert, on the top of a mountain, the real God whispers in Muhammad's ear. So he goes down to the cube where everyone worships gods and he tells them their gods are all fake.
I love this symbology, by the way. His head's on fire because he's enlightened. You get it? Nah. You get it? It's fun.
And everyone got so mad at him that he had to leave town and go to a different town. You can make a religion out of this and maybe conquer the world as well. The Roman Empire's long gone, but somehow the Pope is still the Pope. Plus there's new kingdoms all over Europe. I wonder if there's room for Moors. Here's all the wisdom. In a house. It's the Baghdad House of Wisdom. Just in time for the Islamic Golden Age. Let's bring stuff to the coast and sell it and become the Swahili on the Swahili coast, said the Swahili on the Swahili coast.
And also become really bad pirates. But that's later.
Remember this tiny space you have to go through to get from here to there? Someone owns that now.
Yeah. It's pretty good trading kingdoms. Apparently longest strait in the world.
Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere?
Of course.
Franks have the biggest kingdom in Europe, and the Pope is so proud that he invites the king over for Christmas.
Frankly, that's unfair.
Surprise, you're the new Roman Emperor, said the Pope, pretending to still be part of the Roman Empire.
Definitely not the Roman Empire. Maybe technically the Roman Empire. Byzantine Empire.
Then the Franks broke their kingdom into what will later be called France and not France.
Well, they didn't break it on purpose. Not really.
The Northerners, or just Norse if you don't have much time, are exploring. They go north, from the north to the northern north.
Ah, yes.
And they find some land, 2 types of land, and they name them accordingly. They also...
I fucking love how hilarious the actual... It's the first real estate scam, I like to call it. Since everyone was selling in Iceland, because it was so, you know, it was pretty good over there. They actually switched they went to and discovered Greenland. But since they wanted, you know, I think it was like a specific family that just wanted to keep Iceland all to themselves. So they basically said the entire, like, island was like, there's like a massive island that was like full of game and like, you know, really awesome to settle in. And then they got there and there was all ice and they just freaking laughed. And that's why they're named like that. Because of a Norse family who played a practical fucking joke. Kind of base, actually.
Also invade some other places and get called many names, such as Vikings. There's the Rus, the Kievan Rus. Are they Vikings? I don't think so, said the Kievan Rus. Okay, fair enough. The Pope is ready to make some more emperors of the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. It's actually Germany, but don't worry about it.
It's actually Germany, though.
New kingdoms.
Christianize all the kingdoms.
Which brand would you like? Mine's better.
Mine's better.
Time to conquer England, said William. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's the Seljuk Turks, said the Byzantine Empire, who's getting so small it almost doesn't exist anymore.
It's basically just Greece.
We need help. They need help, so they call the Pope.
Shit.
Hey, Pope, can you help us get rid of the Seljuks? Maybe take back the Holy Land on the way? Come on, I know you want to take back the Holy Land. Yes, I do actually want to do that. Let's do a crusade.
Dude, I also love whenever I pause, I'm just like, this is basically just, you can make entirely new memes out of this. I mean, I know there's like a bunch of memes anyway, but like, this looks great.
They did many crusades, some of which almost didn't fail, but at least the Italians got some sweet trade deals. Goodbye, Mayans. Hello, Toltecs. Goodbye, Toltecs. Hello, Mississippi. Look at those mounds. There's the Pueblo. I always wondered how to build a town in a cliff. Guess who's here? Come here. Where? Here. And Pagan is there. Vietnam unconquered itself, Korea just became itself, and Japan is so addicted to art that the military might have to take over the government. China just invented bombs and typing, and the Mongols just invaded most of the universe. Nice going, Genghis.
Should we call that a breakup? Yeah, I'm gonna count it. 6.
I bet that will last a long time. Some of the Islamic Turks were unaffected by the Mongol invasions because they were busy invading India. Is it Tonga time? I think it's Tonga time.
Yay, Tonga time.
I just found out where the Swahili gets all their gold. Look at this Chad. Means lake. There's an empire there, right in the middle of Africa. The king of Mali is so rich he's going on tour to let everyone know. Wow, that guy's rich, everyone said.
You know a guy's rich when he literally bankrupts the government of wherever they go to. See? We think he was the richest man of all time, but since he was so generous, he just gave away his wealth, so we don't know how much he actually had. To be honest, based.
The Christians are doing a great job reconquering Iberia, which will soon be called Spain and not Spain. Please remain Christian. We will check in later to see if you're still Christian when you least expect.
Ah, yes. Completely unexpected Spanish Inquisition.
Whoops, half of Europe just died. China's back, yay! Hey, come here, time
See, told you. 7.
to share new kingdoms here and there. Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapit, Majapahit, Mapajahit, Mahapajit, Mapajahit, Majapahit. Oh,
Me.
Italy's really rich. Time for them to care a lot about art and the ancient classics. It's kind of like a rebirth. Here's a printer. Let's make books. So you think you can conquer the Byzantine Empire? Yep, said the Ottoman Turks. Nice job, Ottoman Turks. Oops.
Oh shit, they actually did that pretty well.
So you missed a spot. Don't forget to ban Europe from the Indian spice trade. What? That's bullshit, said Portugal. Spiceless. Well,
I didn't know that was how it actually happened. The Ottomans were just like, no, I'm gonna take all this trade and not pass it on. And it's just like, that's how they wanted, that's how colonization happened. Turns out it wasn't England, it was Portugal who wanted the spice.
I guess we'll have to find another way to India. Wait, said Christopher Columbus, probably smoking crack.
To be honest, probably true. Also, wait. Hang on. They didn't have to... Yeah, poppy seeds would have been traded... Wait, he wouldn't have been smoking crack. Because that comes from, you know... Wait. You made a mistake. Yeah. Because that stuff wouldn't come over until they discovered the Americas. Right? Because it comes from cocaine, the coca plant, right? Right?
The world is round. Let's go this way to India. No, don't worry. We already got this, said Portugal. So Chris goes to Spain. Hey, Spain, want to hire me to find India by going around back of the world? No, please, no, please, no, please. Okay. So he sails into the ocean. And
I love this painting. She looks so embarrassed. Oh my god, stop talking, you fucking idiot. Fucking hate you.
Around back of the world? No, please, no, please, no, please. Okay. So he sails into the ocean and discovers more ocean. And then discovers the Indies and Japan. Let's draw a line to decide.
The Indies and Japan. Good job.
Who gets which half of the world? The Aztec and Inca empires are off to a great start. I wonder if they know that Europe just discovered their continent.
oddly enough, it wasn't actually how it happened, you know, um in pop culture. There was no massacre. We our diseases killed them off. Smallpox, that kind of stuff.
The Habsburgs are marrying into so many royal families they might have to start marrying each other.
Average Crusader King's experience.
Move over, Lithuania. Here comes Moscow. Ivan wants to make Russia great again. Move over, Timurids. Maybe go invade India or something. Persia just made Persia Persian again. Let's make it the other kind of Islam. The one where we thought the first guy should have been the other guy. Hey,
Ah, yes, I completely understand that.
Christians, do you sin? Now you can buy your way out of hell. That's bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. That's a scam. Fuck the church. Here's 95 reasons why.
Absolutely based Martin Luther.
Said Martin Luther in his new book, which might have accidentally started the Protestant Reformation. You know what would be magnificent, said Suleiman wearing an onion hat? What if the Ottoman Empire was really big, which it is now? What if Russia was big, said Ivan, trying not to be terrible? Portugal had a dream that they controlled the entire Indian Ocean, including the spice trade. And then that dream was real. And Spain realized that this is not India, but they pillaged it anyway. Damn, said England and France. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Then the Dutch revolt and all the hipsters moved to Amsterdam. Damn, said Amsterdam.
I know this is like 500 years before like comes home, but having the hippies move to Amsterdam, the hipsters move to Amsterdam, just kind of. I don't know why. I know absolutely nothing about the Dutch culture, but that tracks somehow. I don't know. See, look, we're so base. We moved to a plant to like a country that's constantly flooding.
We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Question.
Also, make sure we don't, we stop concentrating on the world, on our home being flooding because money.
Question 1. Can you get to India through North America? No, but at least there's beaver. Question.
What? Beaver. Americans, is this real?
Question 2. Steal the spice trade. That's not a question, but the Dutch did it anyway.
Biggest company of all time. Dutch East India Company. Jeff Bezos. Get owned.
Guess we're all.
Do you have an army? No, they did. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. That will give them ideas.
The sugar's made in Brazil, stolen in the Caribbean, and it's so goddamn profitable you might forget to not do slavery. The next thing on Russia's to-do list is to get bigger. Britain and France are having a friendly discussion about who should control the entire world, more specifically Ohio.
Again, America, is this real? This sounds very made up.
Then it escalates into a 7-year discussion, giving Prussia a chance to show Austria who's boss. But
Okay. Here's my theory about the 7 Years' War, okay?
Ohio. Then it escalates into a 7-year discussion, giving Prussia a
7 Years' War should be called World War One. Not joking. It legit took place over Europe and also America, covering, the Atlantic. How the fuck is it not a world war? Guys, it makes sense.
chance to show Austria who's boss. But what about Britain and France? Did they figure out who's boss? Yes, they did. It's Britain. Guess who's broke? Also Britain. So they start taxing the hell out of America. Fuck you, says America, declaring their independence and fighting for it. And France.
Yes. The start of, everything. That's actually a pretty boss thing that you did. Without you guys, people wouldn't have wanted to rebel. You guys did. Thank you for that.
France helps them win. Now France is broke.
Yeah, I learned about that. France basically helped you win and probably instigated the their revolution. Now think about it.
And Britain will have to send their prisoners to a different continent.
Hey, mention. Yay.
Wait, if France is broke, why do the king and queen still wear such fancy dresses?
Ooh, interesting.
Let's overthrow the palace and cut all their heads off, said Robespierre, cutting everybody's head off until someone eventually got mad and cut his head off. You could make a No, don't.
Oh. Yeah, don't show this to Twitter. Everyone is just like, oh no. Let's eat the witch or whatever. No, don't. Don't.
Haiti is starting to like the idea of a revolution, especially the...
Just take their money so they can live with the doubt of what they did to us. This is my suggestion. Well, not suggestion. Hypothetical.
slaves who free themselves by killing their masters.
Purely hypothetical. Yes.
Why didn't we think of this before? Wait, who's in charge of France now? Said Napoleon.
Ah, yes, him. Back when France was actually cool. The one time in its life.
Napoleon trying to take over Europe. Luckily, they banished him to an island. But he came back. Luckily, they banished him to another island.
Another island in the middle of the Atlantic.
There goes Latin America, becoming independent in the Latin American Wars of Independence. Britain just figured out how to turn steam into power, so now they can make many different types of machines and factories with machines in them, so they can
make a lot of products real fast. That's my favorite one.
Then they invent some trains and conquer India and maybe put some trains there. Hey.
Well, actually, no. My favorite would be yeah. No. The sun is a deadly laser.
China, said Britain. Buy stuff from us. Nah, dude, we already got everything, says China. So Britain tried to get them addicted to opium.
This is the most effed up shit, man. No, we're pretty big, and it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna make you need something.
Which worked, actually. But then China made it illegal and dumped it all into the sea. So
it's weird that happened twice.
So Britain threw a hissy fit and made them open up 5 cities and give them an island. Britain and
only this time they actually lost, so...
Russia are playing a game where they try to stop each other from conquering Afghanistan.
No one told them it's the graveyard of empires. Okay?
Also, the Sultan of Oman lives in Zanzibar now. That's just where he lives.
I want to know the backstory behind this, because whenever I watch it, I always mean to know the backstory behind this, but I forget. What the hell happened?
India just had a revolution, and they would like to govern themselves now. Nope, said Britain, governing them even harder than before.
No. Britain doing Britain things.
Technology is about to go crazy. The United States finally figured out whether slavery is good or bad. It's bad, they decided. And then they continued manifesting their destiny, which is to kill the rest of the natives and take their land and maybe kick out the Mexicans too.
You guys are strange. Ah yes, slavery is bad. Now we just massacre a whole lot of people. And also make Giga Mexico small.
I know, let's rape Africa, said Europe.
I'm sorry, that wording always gets me. No, I'm not laughing. I was never going to laugh, because that will be insensitive.
Scrambling to see who could rape it the fastest. They never got Ethiopia.
Never got Ethiopia. ASMR.
Britain and France are still hungry.
They never got Thailand.
The United States ran out of destiny to manifest, so they're looking for more. Hawaii, Cuba. Wait, Spain controls Cuba. Well, blame something on them and go to war. What should we blame on Spain? Let's blame the Maine on Spain. So they blame the Maine on Spain. Now we're in business.
Spain got fucked over so much in the Americas. You guys go ham, don't you?
Celebrate, they kick Panama out of Panama and make a canal connecting the two oceans. Britain just found oil in the Middle East. It makes cars go.
Love that. America, big googly eyes. Is that mine? Could that be mine?
China is so tired of being bossed around that they delete their old government and make a new, stronger government, which is accidentally weaker and controlled by a guy from the previous government.
Also, a poor man's version of a pride flag.
Europe hasn't had a war since the last war, so they start World War I. Look at
World War II, thank you very much. Sheesh.
those guns. It's gonna be a great war. So great we won't need a second one. After it's over, they blame Germany. Russia went on strike and the
that won't come bite them in the ass.
workers overthrew the government. Now everyone's paycheck is the same. Communism in the Soviet Union. The Arabs revolt and Britain helps. Now the Ottoman Empire's gone, so we can give the Jewish people a place to live. Hopefully the Arabs won't mind. Let's cut the cake, said Sykes and Picot, carving up the remains of the not-so-Ottoman anymore empire.
Dude. This guy... Imperialism is shit, guys. I'm just going to draw a random line on the map. And people will respect those lines because we clearly know better.
Except Turkey, Turkey makes a brand new Turkey.
Don't want to say this, but... Actually, I won't say this. Never mind.
And then the Saudis conquer Arabia. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
Okay.
Hello? Yes, it's the 1920s calling. Let's get in the car and drive to a party and listen to jazz on the radio and go to the movies. The economy's great.
Actually, no. I don't wish we lived in this roaring 20s, but yeah.
Great, and it'll probably be great forever. Just kidding. Germany.
Yeah, Great Depression sucked.
He's back featuring Hitler, the angry mustache model, and he's mad at the Jews for existing.
No,
Japan is finally conquering
bad.
the East, and they're so excited they raped Nanking way too hard. They should probably just deny it. Hitler's out of control, so the international community tackles him and tries to explain why killing all the Jews is a bad idea, but he kills himself before they could explain it to him. That's World War II. Bonus
World War III.
this round, Pacific Showdown. United States versus Japan. Fight.
Jesus.
Finish him. Let's unite all the nations and have
Bloody hell. Extinction Bowl goes crazy.
some world peace. Seems legit. Hi, I'm Gandhi, and if Britain doesn't get the hell out of India, I'm going to starve myself in public. Wow, that worked.
Can't believe that's how that happened. Non-violent resistance go crazy. Woo!
Bonus, now there's Pakistan. Actually, two Pakistans. One of them could be Bangladesh later. The Jews and the Arabs finally figured out which one of them should live in the Holy Land. Me, they both said at the same time.
Ooh.
Let's divide up the land so everyone's happy. Psych, they both get angrier. Look out, China. There's a new China in China. What's on the menu? Communism. No thanks, said the other China, escaping to an island. I wonder which one is the real China. There's the Korean War, Korea versus Korea. Nobody wins, then it's on pause forever. Let's meet the sponsors. Oh, it's the two global superpowers. They're having a friendly debate over which economic system is good and which one is an evil virus of Satan. And they both have atom bombs. Fight! Wait, no, that would be the end of the world. Let's just keep it cool and spy on each other instead. And make sure we have enough atom bombs. I'll race you to space.
Bloop.
Now let's make some more countries fight themselves. Europe is tired of pillaging other continents, and the continents they were pillaging are tired of being pillaged. So here's a new map with new countries. Now you can't tell who they're being pillaged by.
Is that better? I mean, it probably is better, but you know.
The United States finally decided whether racism is good or bad. They decided it's bad, and the world agrees.
I love how you guys took way longer than we expected. But at least you got there.
Africa might need another minute to think about it. Let's
Hmm.
check the world population. Whoa.
I remember back in the day we were worried about the population, going exponential, but now that's basically stopped. Apparently it's getting close to stagnating in I think 100 years. Which is like the exact opposite we thought will happen.
Okay. Technology's better too, that might keep happening. The Soviet Union decides to relax a little and accidentally falls apart. Europe makes a union, so now they can all use the same money, except Britain because they don't feel like it.
Why is Britain always a freaking idiot? No, I don't feel like using it because I'm a little baby bitch. Jesus. Looks like you broke out of the European Union and you guys didn't like that either. What the hell?
Let's check the mail. Surprise, it's on the computer. Whoops, someone just attacked America. I bet they'll remember that. Phone call. Surprise, it's in your pocket. Want to learn everything? Surprise, it's on the computer. Now your phone's a computer, which is in your pocket. Whoops, the
Remember Blackberries?
economy just crashed. Don't worry, the big banks won't fail because they're not supposed to. Surprise, flying robots. With bombs. Want to print a brain? Some people have no friends. Some people have no food. The globe is warming. And the ocean is full of plastic.
And also our brains are full of plastic. Yay.
Let's save the planet, said everybody, not knowing how. Let's invent a thing inventor, said the thing inventor after being invented by a thing inventor. That's pretty cool. By the way, where the hell are we?
This was made 9 years ago. I think he basically described AI. Huh. Well, on that weird predicting note, that's it for today. I suppose I shall roll the dice for, if I get marked for, early 20th century history. So, yeah. I'll probably react to, what was I going to react to? Shit. I said it in the video, didn't I? Crap. I forgot. God damn it. You guys can remind me in the comments, I think. What is it called? I know. Anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed. Wherever you are, have a wonderful day. Up in Purist. Signing off.